Thank you so much for clearing these points. So next, I may invite Dr. Ajith for his keynote talk on Publish and Flourish, Sure Short Success Mantras.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Letika, for a nice introduction, and respected dignitaries of the dais. I would like to say the title of this topic is selected by Dr. Letika itself, Publish and Flourish, Sure Short Success Mantras. That mantras I am going to discuss not only the pure mantras, some general aspect regarding how we can get a good publication in a reputed journal regarding. So I will have two scope in this discussion. Critical points in article writing, what are the critical points we have to listen while submitting an article to a journal concerned, and second is a selection of appropriate journals. These two aspects I am going to discuss with this 15 minutes time. Okay, let me start with the research publications. We have a set of publications, as you know very well, case reports, opinion purpose letters. They remains the weakest part of research publications. Research article just means original research article, but research publications means it's starting from the weakest one, case reports, opinion purpose letters, and goes up to the meta-analysis and systematic review. Meta-analysis, systematic review, what you mean by that is a secondary research. The primary research means randomized clinical trial, that is an experimental study. Then others and observational studies, cohort study, case control, cross-sectional. These are all observational studies. We can write a secondary research article, what is called systematic review, and we do a statistical analysis, that is nothing but meta-analysis. So that is a secondary research. We don't require any ethical approval for publishing meta-analysis in any journal concerned. So the strongest one among the research publications is meta-analysis and systematic review, that we can depend on RCT or observational studies, but we should clearly define what is the selection criteria, what are all the sources we selected for getting the primary article concerned. So what editors want, once we submit a paper to a journal, the editor, before assigning an editor, the paper will be subjected to plagiarism check, AI content similarity of the paper concerned. So that means the most threatening event now what happens in the field is AI content. Similarity will be Turnitin or authenticate based scanning may give less than 10% of similarity. However, the AI content is remaining as 100%, 80%, 70%. If AI content is there, no ICMJ is recommending AI content there in the article written. We should ignore most of the AI content to maximum extent, less than 10%, if I would like to say. And how we can ignore that? Do paraphrasing. Don't depend any, paraphrasing tools available like Qbot available in the site. You go, humanize completely, do paraphrasing and change the AI content to a maximum extent. Then the editor will check the scope and novelty of the study. The study submitted has any novelty to the concerned field, or it has a good scope for the readers concerned. That is the second one the editor will check. Then other thing, IEC approval, conflict of interest, funding disclosure included. If you don't have this declaration statements, paper won't reject, paper will return back to the author need to revise it and resubmit it. That's only possibility. They will say they never reject it. But the first line, plagiarism, content and similarity, if it is high, above 40% and all, definitely the paper will be rejected from the journal, especially the reputed journal, not from the predatory journal. Now, what the reviewers want in the research article. First and foremost, the title is correlated with the aim. Whether the title is correlated with the aim, and they will check the conclusion. Conclusion, aim and title should parallel to each other. They should coincide each other. Then they will check the abstract if the study design is provided. And study design is appropriate to the aim of the study as well as conclusion and title of the paper we submit. Now let us see the introduction. Originality and novelty we should highlight. This is a responsibility of each and every author to highlight what is addition with respect to the previous literature survey. The 5 years or 3 years literature survey is mandatory, not the previous one like 2015, 2010 or 2000. That is not the clear evidence of literature survey. Should be 5 years, within the 5 years period. If it is the recent update, that will be the best one. Then we should create a gap area. Why this study need to be published in the reputed journal? We have to do a lot of hard work regarding the literature survey and highlight maximum what is a gap area exist in the subject concerned. I mean concerned to that study we selected. As the aim of the study is clearly stated, as I stated in the previous slide, this is also very important for making a good publication in a reputed journal. Now materials method, this is the area where the research need to be reproducible, or what we can say precise. Precise means scientific rigor and valid methodology we should follow, and we should explain correctly what methodology we followed in the research study. So study design should be there, population with population, inclusion, exclusion criteria, research design appropriate to the address the aim and provide the study setting and period of the study. These are all essential elements need to be incorporated in the material method part of the paper. Has a study obtained ethical approval? As the Mahesh sir explained here, Declaration of Helsinki 1975 amended in 2013. That is the most important statement, along with the ethical committee approval, I mean the institutional ethics committee approval. This disclosure should be there. The study was conducted according to Declaration of Helsinki 1975, amended in 2013. That should be there in the first paragraph of material method section. Explain how the sample size was arrived. We should give the statistical part of sample size calculation analysis. Then the study procedure should be reproducible, as I explained previously. That is a quality and transparency, or say integrity of the research concerned. Then statistical analysis should be adequate. See, if your paper is selected for a systematic review, the systematic review people, the authors will look into the quality of the methodology. Quality of the methodology, we can say in other words, bias of the paper, bias of the quality. They will check with certain tools. Several tools are available, more than 150 tools are available. Newcastle, Ottawa, Rob2, Robbins2, Amster, all these are tools. They will use these tools to check the quality of the methodology for selecting systematic review. So preferably this material method section. If it is a cohort study, make a comparison between exposure and unexposed people. That should be clearly stated in the article concerned. Statistical analysis should be adequate to prove the aim as well as to support the conclusion of the study. Then results should be clearly presented with appropriate tables, figures, and of course statistical analysis. Are the statistics of study participants provided? Means any clinical study, if you want to publish demographic data, clinical data is mandatory. We cannot ignore such data. Then are the conclusions justified by the data provided? That is another aspect of the result. Now coming to the discussion, are key results summarized with reference to study objectives? The first paragraph of the discussion, we should start with what is a net core, or the core result of the study. That should be highlighted in the first paragraph in the discussion section. Does the discussion provide critical analysis, positive and negative association or no association? We should clearly mention and support it with previous literatures. As I mentioned, 5 years, that is a duration reference we look into the paper. Then strength of the study provided. What are the positive strength and the negative strengths? Of course, the limitations of the study we should mention at the end of the discussion section. Does conclusion and its generalizability provide? Generalizability, that technical term should be there with the conclusion of study. That means whether the study result is applicable to the local population or the entire population concerned, we should mention that. That is generalizability provided. Now the case study, most of the clinicians are very important for reporting the case report or case study in journals. And remember, novelty, it should be there in the study, I mean case study, not the rarity. The disease may be less than 1% or less than 10%. Once the disease is reported as a case study, it has no rarity. Now further we have to go for the novelty. Novelty we have to create in many areas. Presentation of the patient, diagnosis, challenges in the treatment, follow-up. These 4 areas we should look into and bring the novelty among the rarity of the disease. And the rarity no way will success in publication. Then take home message should be there in each and every case study. Take message or take home message, that should be there along with the conclusion of the study. Now what I have explained, all these points are there in the guidelines, standard guidelines made by the equator.com site is available. Equator.com site, all these standard guidelines are available. These are all checklist format. 27 point checklist or 13 point checklists are available. We have to go the checklist and correct the draft paper before submitting your journal. Then the paper will have a better succession rate in a reputed journal concerned. Now the next section I would like to say regarding the selection of journals. With highlighting some of the journals, see some of the journals are they are claiming like they are indexed in PubMed, Scopus or Doge or Embase and all. Actually they are not indexed in the, because in India I think 20,000 or more than 20,000 journals are releasing and every year, and Hyderabad, Aurangabad, then Delhi, that is the main area for predatory journals. What we used to say, it is a hub for producing predatory journals. Now see, there is a indication regarding this journal is indexed in PubMed. There is a logo regarding the PubMed, but it is not actually indexed in the PubMed. Now another list of journals, they are all claiming their journal is indexed in PubMed. This logo is indicating it is indexed in PubMed, but nowhere it is indexed in PubMed. So where, now this is another example for a journal. It is what is called hijack journal or a clone journal. Is another terms for a predatory journal. Two web pages they maintain in the internet. One is International Journal of Special Education. One is this one. This is a genuine one. This is a parallel one. They are receiving papers, and this is a predatory one. Same ISSN number, same publisher place, same publishers. They quoted same in both cases. This is a genuine journal. This is a predatory one. They are charging 25,000 rupees for publication. This one, this is a free journal. And this is Scopus indexed. This is not Scopus indexed, but looks like same. Title same, ISSN number same. There is a DOI number indicated in these papers. The papers published in this journal, no DOI number we can see, because DOI number providing cross-reference will check the official status of the journal. Then only they will provide the DOI number. So DOI number you cannot see in this one. DOI number is there. This is indexed in Scopus. You can see the paper once it is published in Scopus site. So where we can see the journal is really indexed in Scopus. If it is a Scopus indexed journal, if you want to check it, in the Google you just type Scopus indexed journal. This hyperlink, click to open, then the interface will look like this. Here you can give the title Indian Journal of Ophthalmology. You just give the title here and find the search. We will give the entire detail of the journal, whether it is exist in the Scopus now. In 2025, it is available in the site. If it is a PubMed indexed journal is claimed in the author information sheet, go to the NLM catalog. Type NLM catalog there in the Google, then get the interface of this hyperlink. Then the interface will be like this. Type the title of the journal here, then get the details. See the details, will see currently it is indexed in Medline. This is concerned to Clinica Chemica Acta, one of the best biochemical journals, biochemistry journals available in the world. Now this is the Web of Science, another database for indexing the journals. This is Clarivate supporting journals. So master journalist clarivate.com. 4 core indexing areas as per the NMC concerned. Science citation index expanded is required for the faculty promotion in medical colleges. These are the 4 core indexing areas supported by Web of Science. You can give the details, you can get the details whether it is exist or not. It's clear from this search. Now I have written a paper, but I don't know where to publish this paper. That easy shortcut method is in the website itself. Is an AI based tool developed by Elsewhere, Wiley, Springer Nature as well as Taylor and Francis. You can give your abstract or title, n number of options that site will give. For example, if you give the journal finder in the elsewhere.com, then this will be the area. This interface abstract you can paste and find out what are all journals fit for publishing your abstract concerned. Then Wiley also find journals. You can give the title and abstract. You can get the details of the journals concerned. Now while selecting the journals, that sites only recommend the possible journals, but we have to select based on the study we have conducted and paper we have write. Q1 is first 25% is performance of the journalist is exhibited as quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3, quartile 4. This is first 25%, topmost journal, second 25%, third 25 and fourth 25. This is based on the performance journal impact factor as well as Simago journal ranking. These are all available in the website. Web of Science and Simago journal ranking as well as Scopus, they give this quartile, whereas Scopus is in the percentile. So percentile in Scopus means 75 and above is Q1. 50 to 74 is Q2, 25 to 50 is Q3, and below 25 percentile Scopus is quartile 4. Now Clarivate Analytics, they provided journal impact factor. You can depend journal impact factor. That is a worldwide accepted matrix for the journal concern. You select, open select. We don't have to give the article processing charge. Subscription mode is there. No article processing charge. Open access optional. No publication charge. Whereas open access only, we have to give the article publication charge. With that takeaway message, indexed journal, you please go for indexed journal publication, Web of Science, Scopus, PubMed and Doge. Avoid predatory journal. You may get an invitation in your WhatsApp or in your email regarding contribute chapter, contribute paper. 99% of these invitations are all from predatory journals. None of them from the reputed journal published by premier publishers like Elsewhere, Wiley or Springer Nature, Taylor and Francis. Thank you very much. I hope you understood. I just went a little bit fast. So if you have any clarification required further, you may please ask me. If I know, I will clear that doubt. Okay, madam. No. Madam, in this format, these publishers are providing this format. This hyperlink. Yes. Okay. This area, we need to type the, here, we need to type it and search. See, suppose we type it here and get two website like this. I mean, the journal name will come to know it is there in the Scopus. But in this case, the journal name is same in both cases. This is a cloned one. So before submitting paper to the journal, these journals and all published by local people, not by Elsewhere, Springer or Wiley people. Reputed publishers never do this type of gimmick. So this case, what we have to do is get the previous volume published in the journal. Get one or two papers. Screen the paper whether DOI number is existing or not. If it is a clone journal, DOI number will not exist. They won't provide the DOI number because DOI... No. Go to the website, madam, and get the, the previous volume. Search the previous volume. Open the article. These are all open access journals. Open the article and check for the DOI. DOI will be there below the title of the article. If no DOI, you can confirm it is not a proper indexing. This is a gimmick. This happened. 25,000 one faculty in one of the medical colleges in Kerala spent for publishing in this journal. And her paper is not appearing in the Scopus page. So finally, she asked me to search it in the Scopus. So the paper will not appear, never. Some journals are there. It may take 4 weeks or 6 weeks to appear in the Scopus. But this is not like that.
Thank you so much for that very, very useful and practical talk. And for want of time only, I'm cutting short this discussion here. But each of these points, I'm sure, will benefit all our aspiring authors here. Thank you so much, Dr. Ajith, for your valuable contribution.
Thank you.